Hey there, welcome JVs. My name is Dennis Duncan, and just a little bit about me really quick. I've created several products in the past year alone. My most recent product, Couch Potato Profits with Sam England, was the WSO of the day in December. Now, I have several WordPress plugins and information products in various niches that I've created in the past 12 months. And you might be asking yourself, well, why am I telling you this? Well, I just want you to know that I'm not a one-shot internet cowboy, and I plan to be around for years to come. And I've also several other products in the pipeline that are primed and ready to go. So, who is the Einstein email method for? Well, anyone interested in list building, email marketing. If you're an information product creator, then you would be interested in this. Really, anyone with a list needs to have an effective follow-up sequence, and our lists in internet marketing are the cornerstone of our business. If your customers have no list at all, then this is certainly going to help them in a big way, because we all know the money is in the list. But what I found out is smarter emails equals more cash squared. And I'll tell you more about that here in just a second. Now, I had lists that I thought were completely dead, lists that I hadn't mailed in months. And I thought they'd been pounded to death and there was no longer any money left in those lists. But I was really wrong about that. So several months ago, I spent an entire week analyzing and exploring my email lists, looking for ways to improve my email marketing. And what I found shocked me. It led me to completely rethink how I was email marketing to my customers and subscribers. I had gaping holes in my follow-up sequence, horrible headlines, broken links. I even found myself looking around hoping no one was looking over my shoulder, witnessing my stupid email marketing. So, to say the least, I was a little bit embarrassed and ashamed. It's silliness. So anyway, most of my subscribers and customers had already gone through the sequences, and many had unsubscribed or simply moved on. And at this point, I was just relying upon broadcast messages, and that was getting laborious and tedious. And I wanted to get back to more of the automated, follow-up sequence. So I kind of felt the damage was already done and wasn't for sure what I should do, because I didn't want to keep broadcasting every day. Or was the damage already done and I wasn't for sure about this? So I decided that I would try out a brand new strategy, but first I had to take everything I thought I knew about my customer and throw it out the window. Rather than just guessing what my subscribers wanted from me or blasting out offers to them or setting up lame follow-up sequences, I decided it was time to scrap everything I was doing and reinvent my entire email marketing strategy. And the strategies I've implemented in the last few months have reawakened my subscribers' purchasing spirit. It's getting them to push to open the emails and get closer to the sale in a big way. And it'll do the same thing for you and your customers. Now, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And that's the basis of the Einstein email method, is I wanted to reinvent what I was doing in a brand new way to get better results. So I didn't want to repeat the past, as I knew I wasn't fully equipped with the right tools to pull this off the right way. So I had to do more homework and study a little bit more on my own. So I delved into learning from people that were way smarter than me, and I read their books, joined their lists, and studied what they were doing. And I learned from people like Dan Kennedy, Rich Schefren, Frank Kern, Andre Chaperone, and companies like Mind Valley. And what I learned from these guys really impressed me, as they're all some of the biggest gurus out there. But once I mixed in some of their strategies with my own, then some magic really started to happen for me. And I tripled my open rates and sometimes even quadrupled them. And I started to make more money from lists that I thought were dead. Now, let me go over real quick, and I'm going to show you one of my lists and the open rates that I'm getting. So here's one of my lists. The very first one, I'm getting a 77% open rate. You can see on the right there, I'm in the 60-something percent, 50, 41, 47, 50, 55, 61, 51, 43, 51, 50. And it rarely ever drops under 20-something percent. So I'm really getting some amazing results from this, and I'm going to share with you how I'm doing this. So let me get back over to the slides. So one of the things that I did at one of the recent internet marketing events is I shared with the big internet marketing guru one of my newly discovered strategies regarding customer retention. And all he had to say was, "That's brilliant. Can I use it?" So let me tell you what the Einstein email method is all about. The strategy that I shared with the big guru was my 30-day hand-holding customer retention strategy that took my I was getting a lot of refunds on this one particular product, and it took my refunds from about 6-7% down to next to nothing. And I very, very rarely get any refunds on this particular list at all anymore. So that's my 30-day hand-holding customer retention strategy. How I'm creating headline or how I'm crafting headlines that grab subscribers' attentions, and how I'm doing this is using niche specific celebrities, historical figures, pop culture icons, popular bands, and song titles that leads them through a story that gets them to open up the emails first, because they're wondering, well, what on earth does the Beatles have to do with real estate? Or what on earth does, let me think of another one here. Led Zeppelin have to do with internet marketing? Well, I show people how to weave these stories in, use these subject lines, and actually weave these stories into the emails, and then bring them out on the other side and get them into a buying mood. So I show you how I'm doing this. I also am using a lot of newscaster headline methods, and I show how you can watch some TV and get some great headlines there. Some are shocking, some are just typical stuff. You can also do this with blogs, etc. Basic copywriting stuff that someone that has no copywriting experience can just use a point of reference that I'll point out to them and say, here are some great headlines. Here's how you make this into a headline that'll be applicable to your audience. The next one is how to easily match your subject line subject into your email message. And that's kind of part two of crafting headlines that grab subscribers' attention. How I took a dead autoresponder series and breathed life back into it. How to create a customer avatar. That's the big new thing out there, is you've got to know your customer. It's not a new thing, but a lot of people have been talking about it lately, but I'm going to touch on that for your subscribers who may not know how to begin even creating a customer avatar. My list reset explosion. This is something that I had no idea was even possible, and I made a couple phone calls to my autoresponder company, and I said, "Can this be done?" And they're like, "Yes, of course." So I reset my lists after I set up my autoresponder series. My open rates went through the roof, and I started making more money. So it's my list reset explosion. The dead links in your emails that will kill your sales and run your subscribers off. We've all done this before. We've got some PLR email autoresponder follow-ups, put them in our sequence at certain points, and inserted a link. And what I found is a lot of those products that I was promoting, they were actually dead links. So I'm sure it turned off some of my subscribers. In fact, I know it did, because one of my subscribers said, "I would buy more from you if your links worked." So how in less than 30 minutes I easily created a 90 day plus autoresponder series from a set of 60 already pre-set up, and just a couple little tweaks where I added another 30 emails very quickly that extended my autoresponder sequence from 60 out to 90 very quickly. Now, I'm going to be testing this soon on Facebook, and we hope to have a EPC report back prior to launch. Not hope, we're going to have an EPC report over to you prior to launch. So that's one of the things that we're doing. And once the Einstein email method is complete, 100%, we'll be sending out review copies for those of you that want to look over Einstein email method. Now, JV with me, you won't be disappointed. This is going to be a lot of great stuff, taking a lot of the stuff that already works, that a lot of us already know about, and putting an interesting spin on it that your subscribers will see in a new light, making it brain-numbingly simple for them, and I'm going to walk them through it. The front-end product price point and the OTOs are all to be determined here. We're going to test the price points, and I'm also, one of the OTOs is going to be the Einstein Email Method Pro, that's got more in-depth strategies and also video tutorials. So come on board with the launch, sign up. I'll keep you posted. I look forward to getting to know you and adding tons of value to your current customers' business. So if you have any questions, hit me up at Duncan@listnowsellfast.net, and I look forward to launching this sometime in February. Take care.